Hello, hello. Sorry, don't know what happened. StreamYard is being buggy on me tonight. Sorry for the delays. Cody, I saw your message earlier. Sorry, I scheduled this originally for Sunday morning at 9:30. But the past 3 days, I have to admit, have been very tough on me. And I haven't really been able to keep up with my schedule, including doing this live. Normally, most of you guys know me. I do my French lessons on Sunday at 7:30. Hello, Chaos Rain. How are you? Hello, Community Solution Pro. Thank you for being here and spending some time with me. I hope you guys are feeling a lot better than I am. Like I said, I'm not. Past couple days have been tough for me. Especially this morning, I got my booster shot for the virus that shall not be named. We all know what I'm talking about here. So I did feel a little, minor symptoms, minor, nothing serious. Don't worry. Just a basic, headache and my arm being a little bit sore. But I'll be fine. So just one of those days where it's like I can't wait to get to bed and sleep, sleep, sleep. So we're gonna get going with tonight's French lesson. I hope you guys enjoy it. So sorry moments for with Cody. I know you even took the time to promote this video, and I didn't even show up to it, so I apologize moments. But thank you for your support, and thank you guys for being here and rocking with me. And sorry for my tardiness. Like I said, past 3 days, my brain does not want to work with me, and struggling here, struggling. And then now StreamYard didn't want to play my intro properly, but I'm here now. You guys are here now, and we're going to push through like the awesome content creators that we all are. Right? We all go through things. Sometimes our days are not quite as we would like them to be, but I'm alive, and my life is a lot better than it would be elsewhere. So with that being said, I'm not going to keep talking and yammering away and saying anything and everything. Tonight is, of course, the French lessons that I give you guys weekly for free and with a smile. So we're going to keep going on with that. I know you, Chaos Rain, I don't think you've been to this one. I don't think, but correct me if I'm wrong. Community Solutions. I think you've been to the French lessons once or twice, but I'm not 100% sure. But again, guys, correct me if I'm wrong on that. And I know most of my crew, you guys are probably on other people's lives. I know that the Intentional Millionaire is doing a live, and a lot of the people that normally would be here supporting me are on his live, which I don't mind. I get it. Nobody can be in two places at the same time, right? So that's absolutely fine with me. I just hope that I catch you guys in the replay if you can't be live with me. Um, if you can't be on my live, yeah, that's what I thought. Community. So I figured, but I know you like we discussed yesterday. I know you've been busy. I was thinking, yeah, I haven't seen you in a while. There's a couple people that I know, and I know a bit of backstory with about you, and I know that you're a busy woman, and YouTube isn't the center of your life. But I hope that you're able to, because last time we spoke, I know you were talking about taking YouTube more seriously and trying to really have it take off, and I hope that you're able to. But I know based on our conversation, like yesterday or the day before, I know it was this weekend that you're going through some personal stuff. If you want to talk about it, feel free. If not, I get it, don't worry. YouTube is a place where even though you and I know each other, we don't necessarily who is going to see these lives later on, right? So if you want to keep it to yourself, not a problem, but if you want to share, feel free. Okay, you've been watching my replays. Thank you very much. That always helps. And like I always tell people, look, any support you can give me is good support. So whether you're here in my live chit chatting away, whether you're watching in the replay, or liking, sharing, commenting, all of that works. We need all of those things. Now in a perfect world, there's what 40 million accounts on YouTube. It would be nice if 40 million people were following me, were liking my stuff and watching all. It would be nice, but I have to be realistic. Like, look, I'll be happy with 1% of the 40 million. You know what I mean? But I realize that, look, you have things to do. So as long as you're helping and supporting me, that's all that counts. And I'm going to do the same when I can for you as well. So I might not always catch your lives, but I'll try to at least watch your stuff on replay, or whatever else is needed. And that's kind of an idea that I had, and I'm debating even mentioning it because there's a couple of things that I want to start doing with my channel, but I'm not sure practically if it would make sense. One of them is that I'm more willing to talk about is doing videos in French, flat out. But I think my audience, because it's mostly English speaking Americans, that might not work to my advantage. I'm sort of saying this based on what Before the Billions had said on my live when he was here on Thursday night, when I was just shooting my shit about YouTube and my struggles with it and so forth. And he said, "Well, you're lucky." She stole my thunder. You speak French. You have the Canadian audience. I'm like, yeah. Why am I not doing videos in French, right? To sort of get that audience that's French speaking only, right? Because there's going to be YouTubers out there that look, they're only French speaking, or there's audience that's only French speaking, right? So that's one of the ideas. But like I said, because most of my audience is American and English speaking, I'm not too sure if that's a risk that I'm willing to take, right? But it might just be something that once I got my camera set up, or I figure out how to use Canva for voiceovers or whatever, maybe I can do it that way, just have pre recorded videos where it's clearly, okay, this is something going to be in French. And then, yeah, a second channel, that might be a good idea. I'm not sure because for me, I want this channel to be my focus, so I want as much attention on this. But that could be a good idea to go with a second channel as well. I definitely would consider it for sure. But thank you, Community Solutions. Um, yeah, but anyways, I'm not going to take up too much time with my ranting and raving about anything and everything. So, because obviously you guys, or at least I hope you guys are here for my French lessons. And even if you guys don't really care about learning French and just want to support, I'm all for it. Thank you very much. And I hope you guys have had a good weekend on that note. And I hope everything works out for you today, tomorrow, and whatever day that comes up. So I'm just checking my phone here. Okay, so all right, so we'll get into the lessons. I'll make it relatively quick. I will summarize a little bit of what I said before, but not too much, because most of my videos, you guys know, most of it is available on the replay. So you guys are more than welcome to rewatch the French lessons that were prior to this one. I do try to keep them in a playlist so that way it's easy to manage for everybody, not just you guys, but for me as well. So I'll go quickly over some of the French that we saw and obviously go into some new stuff. I'm going to be presenting a document that I found really quickly on the internet. That was part of my delay as well. I was trying to, like, I try to always, when I do a French lesson, to try to bring in something new, whether it's showing a clip or last couple of lessons I read from the Phantom of the Opera, etc., etc. So I try to do something that hopefully makes it interesting. I hope. But let me know, guys, if you like. Oh, we really like the clips, or we really like it when you do this. We really like it when you do that. So that way, I have a sense, guys, of what I need to focus on more, what I need to maybe integrate more into my French lessons. Because, like I said, look, I'm not an educator. I'm not a teacher. I'm just a girl who happens to be bilingual and wants to share the language with all of you, right? So we'll get into it and start our little mini French lesson. Like I said, it's going to be relatively quick. I know last time I said I would be, get back into it, but of course, life decided to throw me a little wrench tonight, and I didn't even remember I had a live tonight. To be honest, well, I remembered, but I didn't. I thought I set it for 9:30 tonight, and of course, I look at the time, and oh wait, I set it for 8:30. It's now 9:15. I'm like, okay, I better get going. All right, so let's get to my. Oh, you know what? We're going to put. No, that's not going. Okay, we're gonna put that at least. Get that going. All right. And now to the French. All right. So we're going to do a basic summary of some of the French that we learned. Like I said, I'm not going to go through all of it, guys, because I think at this point it's going to be a 2 hour live. And quite honestly, tonight I'm too tired to do a 2 hour live stream. I do want to build up energy to eventually beat before the billions 29-hour live stream, but I also want to figure out a way how to record all that hours because unlike the last time when I did 13, I didn't realize after 12 hours it would get cut off. So if I'm going to do more than 30, I'm going to want to make sure that all of it gets recorded in some way or shape or form. I'm not investing that time for nothing, quote unquote. And I don't even know if that 20 hours, 29 hours, he was able to recoup. So I kind of want to avoid that mistake. And I saw like two or three options that might work, but I'll see. I'll see. All right, so let's get into it, guys. So the first thing we learned was how to say hello and how are you. Because obviously, when we meet somebody, whether it's for the first time or the first time that day, we want to say hi, how are you? So what does that look like? Actually, I should 1 second. I'm going to change my background. I just realized I still left up my background for my previous live. We're just going to go to this one. And I will have to update my backgrounds a little bit, but I was working on something else, so I had to focus on that as well this weekend. All right, so let's get back to the lesson. So, like I said, obviously, when you greet somebody, you're not just, walking into a room and sitting down, right? Most of us are polite enough to say hi, how are you to the people that we see, whether, like I said, you meet them for the first time or this is a dear friend, a family member, etc., right? So, of course, what does that sound and look like in French? It is this. Bonjour, comment ça va? All right. Hello. How are you? Right. So I know you guys are in the back here watching me, so you guys can say it out loud without having to worry about embarrassing yourself. All right. Try to practice it out loud, guys, because as much as you hear the word in your head, saying it is very different from just thinking the words, right? And you guys should be grateful that yes, you're at home alone. And even if you have your family or friends around, at this point we're all content creators. They're used to seeing you talking to the screen, right? Because literally that's what it is going on for me right now. I'm just basically talking to a screen, right? So of course anybody hearing me, whether it's one of my neighbors or somebody walking down the house, like what is she talking about, this weird person? So of course don't be afraid to go ahead and embarrass yourself a little bit, because obviously if you want to learn a new language, you're going to have to take a risk that you're going to mispronounce things, you're not going to say things properly, you might misunderstand something, mishear it, whatever the case might be. Hello, the amazing MNG. How are you? I'm glad to see you here. And yes, I have to be honest, amazing MNG. I'm feeling a bit under the weather. I had my booster shot for the wee That's what I'm gonna call it, the wee that shall not be named. So I'm feeling a bit, it's nothing major. I'm gonna survive, and I don't have symptoms or anything else like that. Just my arm was hurting a little earlier. Had a headache, and that was the worst of it. And a good night's sleep will help that a lot. I did have a good meal as well, so that's already subsided a lot of the symptoms. So, but I hope you're doing a lot better than I am, amazing Evangy. And thank you for being here and support me. Tonight, we are learning some French. So, what you see on the top here is how to say hello, how are you? And what I was saying to Chaos Rain Community Solutions Pro was not to be afraid to say it out loud. All right. Because if you're going to learn any language, right, or dialect or whatever the case might be, you actually have to practice it, right? So hopefully you guys are practicing along with me, hopefully. But of course, that's your accountability and you guys' decision to whether you actually want to learn French or not. And if you're just here to support me. Either way, guys, I'm glad that you are here. And if you are learning French, if you are trying to learn French, I'm so happy to hear. But even if you're not, like I said, I'm happy that you guys are here to spend some time with me, even if it's just me on a second tab and you're focusing on another tab, or maybe you're, getting ready for bed, or I don't know, cooking your dinner or something. Some of you might be parents and have kids to worry about, whatever the case might be. I'm just glad that you guys are here and supporting me. All right, so amazing MNG, how do we say what you see on screen, right? Because I'm sure you're curious. I'm sure, as capable as you are wondering, what do I do with this? We don't talk like this in Jamaica. What do you want me to do with this? I don't know what you want. How do I deal with this? Yes, thank you for joining. I'm happy that you are here. Oh, you were busy with work. I know. Don't tell me about work. That was part of what ruined my weekend, was my boss. Oh my god. And then when he came in today, he just piled on to it too. So, but anyways, that's a different story for a different live, as they say. I might start. I when I started YouTube, I had vaguely alluded to that I'm having a late night stream where people would call in and just vent their frustrations. And I think more, the more I think about it, the more I feel like I need that late night stream where people just can come on, and for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, we just vent and talk about it. And you just, oh, my boss was this, my boss was that, and my husband this, my husband that, my wife this, my wife that, whatever the case might be. Yes. Yes, I'm glad that, yeah, I'm glad that you're enjoying the chat at least, and that you're able to at least chit chat with each other and talk with everybody that's here. And like I said, even if you're not learning French, I'm just glad that you're here and spending some time with me. I did send you, what's the word now? Some orange juice for your videos, right? I think you understand what I mean by that, right? Because look, I know that for us as YouTube and content creators, especially if we're new, what are the two struggles, right? Getting people to watch our videos and getting people to subscribe to our channel. So I did send you some love that way. So, and I hope that that helps at least. And I will continue to try to help you as best as I can. And if you have questions, if you have issues, don't be afraid to send me a little comment or something. Hey, what about this? What about that? You do this? How do you do it? Blah blah blah. Okay, I'll try to help you as best I can. I don't know everything, but if it's something I know and I can help you with, feel free to ask. Don't hesitate to leave me a comment or something, and I will do my best to help you or to find you somebody that knows the answer. All right. So back to the lesson. How do we say this sentence, right? So Amazing MNG. I know Community Solutions Pro and Chaos Rain already know the answer. This is hello, how are you in French. Okay. So I'm going to say it. Hopefully you're pronouncing it, saying it out loud as well. Hopefully. But like I said, even if you're not and you're just here for the support, that's fine. So the first word is bonjour. Okay. So hello, bonjour. Next word is comment, how? Comment. Bonjour, comment. Hello, how? Last two words, ça va. Are you, right? Comment ça va? Bonjour, comment ça va? Hey, 2 cents uncensored. Hello, Shattered Games, sir. How you doing? How you doing? Comment ça va? Bonjour, bonjour. I hope both of you guys are doing well, and thank you for being here with me tonight. Do say hello to Amazing MNG, hopefully Community Solutions Pro, and Chaos Rain. And we had earlier, but I don't think she's here anymore. We had moments with Cody. I hope they're also here. Do please chit chat with you guys and say hi. We're all in the same YouTube struggle boats, guys, of trying to get supporters, trying to get watch hours, trying to get that content out, trying to find people that we can support, that can support us as well. So please feel free to chat it up in there with each other and connect with each other in one way or the other, and hopefully learn some French at the same time as well. So I hope both of you guys are doing very well tonight. And Shattered Games, are you going to go live tonight with some more video gameplay, or not at all? And 2 cents. I don't think. Do you go live? Because I think this is the first time that I'm seeing you in my. I know I've seen you a couple of times in other places. But let me know, guys, if you are going live or you have content that's going to be dropping. Because I do want to show you guys some support as well. So, um, yeah. Anyways, I tried to also. I know a couple nights ago, Shattered. I did a little trick to watch some of your videos. So hopefully your orange juice or watch hours, however you want to call it, went up a little bit. I hope, I hope it helped you. I will be doing that off and on with a few different people. And I'm going to kind of rotate the list in my head mentally of people that I want to help. Oh, you learned French? Oh, cool, cool. Well, this is the right place to hopefully practice some of your French. I do have a couple people, but they're probably on other channels or lives at the moment. There's another person that I try to support as well that's currently live, and I have a funny feeling the other French people that usually are here probably are there right now. But if ever you see their names, it's Afromex, Wealth Engineering, and Natasha Vincent. Those three also speak French, and they're often in my lives or the lives of the people that I support as well. So you'll see them in each other's live streams, but you'll see them on The Intentional Millionaire. You'll see them on Blind Guy, his wife, their life. You'll see them on Before the Billions. So if you do want another other individuals that speak French to sort of practice with, you're more than welcome to try to connect and find them. But I think I should be following them as well. So you can always go into my followers kind of thing and the people I'm following to find them as well. But I'll try later on. Remind me if I forget. I'll try to put their links as well in the chat so that you can hopefully connect with them as well. Excuse me. Not polite to cough, but sorry. Sometimes it had to come out. It had to come out. Anyways, we'll continue. So hopefully, 2 cents. This will refresh some of your memory, and for those that are learning French, hopefully you will learn something in my lessons. And like I said, guys, I don't expect you guys to become perfectly fluent in French. If all you learn tonight is one word and that's it, I'm glad. We all had to learn a language one word at a time, right? Our parents had to teach us how to say mommy, how to say daddy, right? We had to learn at some point. So don't feel bad if after the lessons all you can say is bonjour. If that's all you can say, that's at least one more word that you learned that you didn't know before. Okay. Yeah, and it's definitely different at 2 cents to learn streets when it's just people here talking than in the book, right? And it's always like that, no matter what, right? So this sentence, just so that you guys all know and are all on the same page. So this four little word sentence is bonjour, comment ça va? Hello, how are you? So bonjour, comment ça va? Bonjour, comment ça va? So that's how you would say this sentence, right? So we're going to move on. So for now, I'm just summarizing some of the lessons that I taught in my previous classes. Hey, Larry Tech, how you doing? Thank you for being here, and thank you for supporting me earlier. I did return you the favor as well. Much appreciated. As far as the rest of the support, you know the rules as much as I do, so I will be checking you out again. Don't worry, I won't forget you, but don't feel ashamed if you need to smack me in the face to remind me. Don't be don't hesitate. Don't be afraid to send me a comment. Say, hey, you forgot to do this. You forgot to do that. Okay. But thank you for being here tonight, Lori. I love your box unveiling the like that. I didn't even know you could get like that subscription for tech stuff. I didn't know that. Wow, like that's what I love about like when you new people and you go on other channels, right? There's certain things that like you learn from other people that like who would have thought that there's like a monthly gift thing of like yeah you can just pay X amount of dollars a month and they'll just randomly send you this tech stuff that hopefully you like, hopefully. And like, hey, this is a cute little gadget I could use. Hey, yeah, I could, hey, my friend needed this, so let me give it to them instead, or whatever. But it's really appreciate your support, Lori. So tonight I am teaching people French. So hopefully, Lori, you do stay for the live, hopefully. But even if you don't, and you just have me playing in the back, I'm all for it as well. Any support you can show me, Lori, is good support, and I'm glad that you're here to spend even just a couple of minutes. Let me know, Lori, if you do plan on going live at any time soon, or if you plan on dropping a video at some point, so I can go and return some of that love and support to you as well. So, Lori, the sentence that you see on the screen now is Bonjour, comment ça va? It's Freedom Fries, or AKA French, for hello, how are you? So, hopefully, Lori, the next time we see each other, we'll be able to say this to each other, hopefully. So, it's Bonjour, comment ça va? Bonjour, comment ça va? Oh, great. I'm glad to hear it, Lori. So hopefully I'll be able to teach you at least some French. Now, I'm not a teacher, I'm not an educator. I'm just somebody who happens to know French. I'm from Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Okay. That's why I know French, right? I learned it myself when I was a kid. I'm by no means a French expert, but I know it obviously well enough to be able to feel comfortable in teaching. Some of the technical questions like, well, how did this word become like this, why that, to be honest, some of it is like, I can't remember what the rule was, but I just know that it is this way. But hopefully I will be teaching you enough French so that if you do go to France and that dream does hopefully get to be a reality for you, hopefully I've taught you enough French to be comfortable and be able to have a conversation, and then they'll be, oh wait, this girl knows French. Ooh, okay. Obviously, being from Montreal, my accent in French will be different from the ones that you will hear in France. Um, Obviously, we have different dialects or slang words if you prefer, right? So just keep that in mind as you're learning French. But bonjour, comment ça va? That's basic, right? That's hello, how are you, right? That's not something that uh, a French person is going to be like, what is she saying? What is she talking about? Okay. So the four words, I'll repeat them again, are bonjour, comment ça va? All right. So next thing I'm going to teach you guys a little bit is, of course, you're going to have to reply, right? Because you're not just gonna, have somebody say hi, how are you, and not return, not the reply, not return the favor, not say nothing, right? You're gonna want to reply to this person. At least I hope. I hope all of us are polite enough to want to return the favor and say something in return as well. At least I hope so. All right. Now, this was part of a previous lesson, so I did give my two characters some names, but don't worry if you guys want to learn the whole scenario. It's all in my previous lives. I do have a playlist for that, Lori. If you want to watch it, no pressure. I'm just giving you a suggestion. You really don't have to listen to it if you don't want to. But I do go over all of this in my previous lives. Right now, I'm just trying to give a basic summary so that we can get to the new content, the new lessons for tonight, right? So I'm just going to teach one or two little sentences, and then we're going to get into what we're going to learn for tonight. So, of course, you're going to reply this. You're going to say, I'm doing well, and how are you, Melissa? Right? So this is what the sentence is. Hello. And so what we had before, sorry, was hello, how are you? What we're going to reply is, hey, I'm doing great. And what about you, Melissa? Okay. So how do I say this, right? You see how it's written? Yes, Melissa is written like this because it's in honor of another content creator by the name of Melissa J, who does something similar to you, Lori. She does do tech tips as well, but she does more for Instagram and YouTube. So if ever you're interested, It's Melissa Jane. So Melissa spelled this way, and Jayne. If you want to connect, again, I'm not forcing you, just giving you suggestions. All right. So how do we say this? So you guys see how it's written. You guys see the structure, right? I know you guys are big brain people, are unable to put two and two together. So how would I say this, right? So the first three words are je vais bien. I'm doing well. Okay, je is I am. Okay, je vais bien. I'm doing well. Okay, I'm going to say that a little bit more slower. Je vais bien. Je vais bien. Next three words, because now we want to finish the sentence. We want to find out how the other person is doing, right? Well, how we're going to find out how the other person is doing if we don't ask them, right? If you want to answer, you have to ask a question, right? The common sense stuff here, folks, right? I'm not telling anything that you guys don't know. Y'all are big brain people, right? So obviously, we're going to ask the question, and the question is this: Et toi, Melissa? Et toi, Melissa? And so, et toi, you, Melissa, Melissa, right? Et toi, Melissa. So we're going to re-say the sentence, and then I'm going to skip a few, other of the other stuff that we saw in previous lessons. I'm going to say one last thing because I do like the rhythm of that French sentence. I'm not just going to say it because I know it's a very long and complicated sentence, so I'm not going to have it a whole lesson out of that. It is, I think, from 2 weeks ago. So the 6th of January, I believe, was that live where it was in, where I break it down and really go word by word. But that sentence is a long one, but it's a nice, French is good for poetry or it's very rhythmic, right? So anything that has to have a certain flow, I find that French tends to be a lot nicer for that. So I'm only going to use that to sort of demonstrate how French can be very fluid and it's almost a very sing-songy language, kind of. Okay, so I'm going to just say this sentence, and then we're going to move on to that, and then we're going to get into tonight's lesson. All right. So this sentence, I'm going to repeat it one more time, and hopefully, guys, you're repeating it along with me out loud. Because, like I said earlier, most of us are at home by ourselves, and even if you have your friends and family, they're used to to you guys and me talking and talking to a screen, saying nonsense sometimes. So don't worry, they're not going to be like, "Who is this? Who are these people? What are they saying?" So please try to practice it, guys, if you can, if you want to. But again, if you're just here to support, I'm all appreciative of it. So the whole sentence is Je vais bien. Et toi, Melissa? Je vais bien. Et toi, Melissa? Or, of course, for somebody like me who's accustomed to saying it, Je vais bien. Et toi, Melissa? Right? So obviously, as you can see, when you're used to it, the rhythm is going to be different. The pronunciation is going to be slightly different. Obviously, I'm overly exaggerating the pronunciation so that you guys can hear it and understand the word properly. But once, it's like English, right? Or any other language. Once you're used to it, once your tongue is accustomed to where to move, how to move, and all of that, you kind of instinctively know where to cut and not have to fully say something and still be understood, right? So let's see what you guys are saying here. Is the S always silent? No, it really depends on the word. So when I said Melissa, Melissa, sa, that was the S sound, right? But the at the end of the je vais, yes, it is silent because you're I can't remember the rule, but whenever you say I am, okay, or whenever the I is involved, like I'm running, I'm talking, I'm well, etc. usually it has an S, and the S more often than not will be silent. Okay. Hello, Mr. Best in the World 84. I'm so happy to see you here. So glad that you're spending a few minutes with me tonight. And I'm just going to go into my chat here to deal with this nice little bot that we have. So remove. And we are going to also hide. And then we are going to report. There we go. All right, so I'm just going to also show. Thank you, Mr. Best in the World. Yes, definitely, guys. If you can like it, great, like, comment, share, all of that, right, guys? That's how, for all of us, that's the life, right? The struggle of YouTube life, content creators is getting those likes, getting those shares, getting those comments, those watch hours, all of it. It's a struggle for all of us. We're all fighting for it, and we're all trying to find some way, somehow, to get those numbers up. And hopefully, finding some friends along the way. And I do hope that even if we're not friends right here, right now, that we do become friends. I hope so. I hope so. And even if we don't become friends, I hope at least we can be great supporters and, get each other out there and, find our footing and be successful in this YouTube world. Hopefully. One way or the other, I wish nothing but success for all you guys. All right. So back to our lessons here. So I'm going to go in as indicated into that sentence that I want to show you now. It's the beauty of French. Oh my God, it's a very, for somebody like myself who's long-winded, it's very great for it. But I know that's one of the difficulties for English speakers, because I find that, especially Americans, not to insult you guys, but you guys get to the point. Like, you guys get to the point very quickly, very like, how, like, we got things to do, like, we don't have time for your whole story. While I find that here in Canada, especially the French speaking part of Canada, we're used to, like, French. In order to say something, it takes a while, right? It takes a couple of minutes, so it's like the French will bring that out to you. So this is like literally what I'm about to show you guys and speak is literally just three sentences, right? And that's all it is three whole sentences. But when you guys see it and you hear it, you're like, wait, that was just three sentences? Are you kidding me? It's really a lot, right? French is like that. It's always too much. It's always too much, no matter what, love it or hate it. It's always it has to be extra. It has to be extra. Sorry, I keep trying to hold back my coughing because I obviously don't want to cough too much on a live stream. That's not polite and not good content creation. But hey, sometimes you gotta push through and deal with it. So these three sentences, and I'm not going to, like I said, it's a lot tonight, and I don't want to. I see I'm already, it's been 40 minutes and I haven't gone to my lesson in the first place, so I don't want to push your guys' patience. So I'm just going to say it, and then we're going to move on to the actual content that we have tonight. Just want to try something here. Just want to check one little thing here. No, okay. I just want to be sure of something. All right. Okay, so the three sentences, and like I said, I'm just going to say them. You guys can repeat it if you want to, but these three sentences, I did teach them in 2 weeks ago. I taught them, so don't worry if all of this passes over your head and it's like, whoa, what are you saying? Okay, you guys are more than welcome to watch any of my videos on replay. This is in one of the videos 2 weeks ago, so don't worry. I do have it in the playlist as well, so don't feel like there's any pressure to repeat everything I say as I send them, okay? Hopefully you guys will see the beauty of these three sentences that I do, hopefully. But even if you don't, even if it's like, oh my God, that was much, It's okay, I understand. French, like I said, it's extra. It's an extra language. All right, so let's get going. Le fantôme de l'opéra a existé. Ce ne fut point, comme on l'a cru longtemps, une inspiration d'artiste, une superstition de directeur, la création falote des cervelles excitées de ces demoiselles du corps de ballet, de leurs mères, des ouvreuses, des employés du vestiaire et de la concierge. Oui, il a existé, en chair et en os, bien qu'il se donnât toutes les apparences d'un vrai fantôme, c'est-à-dire d'un nombre. So that was his three sentences. That like I said, for a couple weeks ago, that is what was the principal part of the lesson was those three sentences. So hopefully you guys saw the beauty of French in those three sentences. I hope. And these are the first three lines. Some of you might have picked it up for the Phantom of the Opera. Whoa! And how do I, how was I not afraid to read that out loud? Because if you guys know me well enough, and I know some of you are new, I'm always concerned of copyright. Oh my God, copyright. If you get a book that's part of now I'm blanking on the name. Every time I want to say it, I always forget it. But if it's open source, okay, so pretty much books published basically at this point from the late 1800s and older, okay, it's pretty much open to the public. But you have to make sure that the version you're reading is from that time period, is written by the original author, right? So these three sentences, I got it from the book itself, from the publication, the original publications in the 1800s. So I can read it all I want to and not have to worry about it. Okay. So now we're going to go into our lesson. Hey, Black Money Corp, how you doing? Thank you for being here. I saw your live yesterday. I know you were, but weren't you live earlier today as well? I thought I saw a notification. Sorry, I couldn't be part of the live earlier. I was at work, and unfortunately, when I'm at work, I'm not always able to spend as much time opening up 3, 4, 5, 20 tabs trying to support people. But I will try to watch your content on the replay, if not tonight, over the next couple of days. Yes, and thank you, Shattered. I do hope that everybody considers uh, French as an eloquent language. I think it's very beautiful, but that's, of course, I'm biased, so of course I'm going to say French is beautiful. You were live? Okay, I'll try to watch it on the replay. Like I said, if not tonight, over the next couple of days. So hopefully you'll see your watch time go up, hopefully, and because I know that's a struggle for all of us, right, is getting those numbers up. But thank you, Black, for being here. As you can tell, we're learning some French together. So I just read the first three sentences of The Phantom of the Opera. And as I was saying, if you're going to read books, technically it is something that falls under copyright laws. So you have to be mindful of that when you're reading a book out loud. Try to find a book that's published in the 1800s or earlier, okay, so 1700s, 1600s, that kind of thing, right? And that it's not been bought out, right? So it's open to the public. Um, Jesus, my brain does not want to find that. I know it's public something. My goodness, my brain does not want to work. But yeah, anyways, but you know what I'm saying. That's open source, public, and it's not hasn't been bought out by a company, or that you're not reading a version that is owned by a company. Because a lot of us, when we see classical music, classical books, or whatever, we think it's somehow, it's classical music. No, a lot of that is getting um, copyrighted because they did a certain amount of variations to the original song, and say, oh well, because we played it differently, it's technically ours now, so you can't play it, right? So just be careful of that, guys. Whenever you play music, read a book, whatever the case might be, make sure that it's genuinely copyright free and open to be used by the public. My goodness, somebody, I'll assume, Black, that you didn't use Google Translate and that you actually know how to speak French. I'll assume, okay? I'll give you the credit, the benefit of the doubt that you actually wrote that sentence, and I will highlight it and say it. Okay? So this is going to be part of our French lesson tonight. So like I said, I'll give Black the benefit of the doubt and assume that he's a French speaker. Okay. So of course, what he says here is, of course, he says that famous word that we all now know how to say, which is of course bonjour. Okay. Bonjour, mademoiselle. So MS is miss, but in French we would say mademoiselle. Doo-doo-doo. Tonnerre, thunder. Merci pour votre soutien. All right. So, all right. Black, you're going into it tonight, huh? Good, good. I love it. I love it. All right. So, this full sentence is Bonjour, Mademoiselle Tonnerre. Merci pour votre soutien. So, hello, Miss Thunder. Thank you for your continued support. All right. Bonjour, Mademoiselle Tonnerre. Merci pour votre soutien. So like I said, I hope that you're not doing not copyright, but Google Translate. But I'll assume that you actually know how to speak French and that you're actually typing this out because you're bilingual as well. I hope. Je montrais juste un peu d'amour. Bonne nuit à tous. I'm just here to show a little bit of love. Good night to all. Good night, Black. Thank you for being here, and I hope you have a good night. And I hope to see you tomorrow in either your stream or somebody else's. Have a good one. So, we're going to repeat this last little sentence before we get into the real lesson for tonight. So, je montrais, I'm showing. So you see how we said earlier, whenever you have I and then a verb, usually it's going to have an S at the end, but sometimes it's going to be an X. But most of the time it's going to be S, and the S is going to be silent, right? So here it's I'm showing, right? So showing, you always add an S, and the S stays silent. So je montrais, juste un peu, just a little, right? Just a little. D'amour, bonne nuit à tous. A little bit of love. Good night to all. So, bonne nuit. So, the two before the two last words, it's two before those ones, is bonne nuit. Good night. Okay? So, let's get into the lesson. I'm hoping, oh, I should have tested it out before though. I'm hoping I can show it. Yes, I think I can. Oh, yes, I can. Good, good. I was worried a little bit that I would not be able to show what I wanted to show you guys. And it's a little slide that I found from Peace Corps out of everything. I didn't think I would be able to have it, but it is here. So we're just going to learn a few words, nothing much. And as you can see, we'll have this side by side. So these are parts of a day, personal pronouns. Okay. So we won't go through all of this, but I thought that was a good transition with what Black Money Corp just said, how he had bonne nuit. So we're going to learn a little bit of the times of the day, essentially. All right. So obviously here, guys, you have the comparison with the French and English. So you see side by side what the French is versus what the English is. Okay, so that's what I do like about this one, that I don't have to type out everything. So we're just going to go line by line. We're just going to see the first 5 of them right now. Okay, like I said, it's going to be a relatively quick lesson tonight, guys. I will try to share the links of this in the description. So if you want to see this for yourself and practice along, great, fantastic. Um, there's also Babbel and Duolingo as well that are great apps if ever you guys do want to learn French on your own as well. So I'm just going to go back to you to see. Okay, okay, nobody said anything. That's fine. All right, so we're going to start with the first line. Okay, so how to say the day in French, right? So we're going to start off with basic stuff here, nothing complicated. It's simply le jour. Okay, so the day, le jour, right? So if you want to say the day was difficult, you're going to say le jour a été difficile, right? So you'll notice that a lot of here, the, okay, in French, the can become either le or, as you can see here on the third one, la. Because in French, most things and people have genders. So a computer has gender, beer has gender, uh, Vaseline has gender, sugar has gender, right? Everything or most of everything in French has gender. Okay, so as opposed to French, which is sorry, as opposed to English, which is mostly gender neutral, right? Because like you can see, the you can't tell me if it's a guy or a girl, right? It's neutral. There's no gender to it. And most things, when you think about it, unless you're talking about people, right, or animals, you're going to be talking about gender neutral. Okay, so in French, that's what a lot of people have difficulty, especially if they come from an English speaking world, is learning the genders, right? We know what we understand genders when it comes to people, when it comes to animals, but figuring out the genders of things, that's when it gets a little tough for a lot of us. And even me sometimes I have to remind myself, is this a woman or is this a man? How do you determine? There's lots of little tricks, Lori, that you can learn. Um, and there's no specific um, when it's written. Okay, so if I wanted to read a book, okay, in French, you'll notice how you see here, sort of like how in Spanish we always laugh. Just add an O and an A at the end, right? A is usually female. Is usually male, right? So here, le is male. So le is male. La is female. So that's when you see that difference, right? So when I'm reading that, I know that day and night is considered male, while as day and evening, sorry for the mistake, day and evening is male, while as the night is female. Okay, now there is going to be some gender neutral, but for the most part, most things in French are gendered. Okay, and that's how one of the things that will tell you. But there's lots of little things in French that you will look at. It's a lot of it is at the end of the word, right? Just like in Spanish, O is usually male, A is usually female. In French, another way to tell if something is female versus male, if a word ends with an L and just ends there, or ends with ls, it's probably male. While as if it ends with lles, then it's female, right? So the e, if you're adding an extra e at the end of it, chances are it's female, right? There are some exceptions. I'm just giving you the generalities here, Lori. Okay, but it's a really good question. I'm glad that you're asking these questions because people should hear it and know it. Okay, so there are some exceptions, but that's another way of, okay, this is probably female, this is probably male, right? Okay, so that was the first one. So the day is le jour. So now we know that day in French is male. Okay, so obviously, um, if we're going to have to say, okay, we have to deal with several days of pay, you're not only having to consider the gender in French, but you also have to consider whether it's singular or plural, right? So that's the other part of French that is both beautiful and frustrating. Is basically, is it this going to end with es? Is going to end with just s? Do I have to put double l's? Do I have to? What do I do? What it is tough for that, but um, it it makes it difficult and simple at the same time, because then you know, am I dealing with one woman? Am I dealing with one guy? Am I dealing with several women? Am I dealing with several guys, etc.? Okay. Hello, hello. Merci is everything. And you see, we have French even in people's names. So, merci, everything. Merci is thank you. I'm sure merci already knew that, but you see, French is everywhere. Thank you. Merci is everything for being here. And I'm glad that you're here to support. We are starting our French lesson. So, we're just starting. I had a little bit of a summary for 40 minutes of what we learned over the past 3, 4 weeks. But don't worry, you can always catch this on the replay. And I'm just happy that you're here, whether you're actually trying to learn French or you just want to show your support. And do let me know if you're going to be going live anytime soon, or drop in a video so I can show you some love as well. Okay? So we're going to continue in our French lesson. So, merci everything. We already saw the first line. Okay. So we now know how to say the day in French, which is le jour, right? Le jour. So now we're going to move on to the second line. How do we say the evening? Well, of course, we have it here. So you guys have the visual. You know what? I'll make it a little bit bigger. Okay, not there. We'll go here and go make it a little bit bigger. There we are. That might make more sense. All right. And if ever you guys, if I'm talking too loud, not loud enough, you can't really see something, or like Laura, you have a question, don't hesitate to let me know, okay? Because sometimes, obviously, I think I'm doing very well, but some good, positive, constructive criticism is always much appreciated. All right. So, our next sentence is the evening, okay, which in French simply turns into le soir, right? Now, obviously, like in English, evening and night aren't quite the same thing, which is why, even though you're talking about the same kind of the day, but not quite, one is considered masculine, le soir, and as you'll see after, you'll have la nuit, right? So evening is considered masculine, while as night is considered feminine. Okay, so the evening. How would I say that in French? As you can see by the column on the left, you would simply say le soir. Okay, so you have the day, le jour, and the evening, le soir. So you can have a movie title of The Day After Tomorrow, Le Jour Après-Demain, all right? Or you can say, The evening was very cold, I didn't like it. Le soir était très froid, je n'aimais pas ça, right? So the evening, le soir, right? Le soir, okay? So the evening, le soir. Okay. Let's see if you guys are saying it. Okay, no. All right. So again, guys, if you have questions, if there's something you need me to go over again, don't hesitate. If you simply want to say, "Hey, I'm going to be going live tomorrow at this date and time. I'm going to be dropping a video. I'm working on this." Whatever the case might be. If you have a question, even on something that has nothing to do with French lesson, let me know if it's something that I can help you with. I really don't mind. Okay. All right, so we're going to go to the third one, okay, which I already talked about a little bit, but we'll go through it fully, which is, of course, the night, right? So the night after tomorrow, right? And la nuit. So la nuit, nuit, okay? Now it's like in English, there's going to be certain words where your pronunciation or the spelling will make a difference as to what it means. Okay, when I when I say sa nuit, that means something different. Okay, and I'm going to show you guys here. Let me see. I'm just going to put it up. I just want to be sure of myself here as well. Yeah. Okay. That's what I thought. All right. What is good day? I'll say that in a second, but yeah. So basically, excuse me. Um, so nuit, as it's spelled here, so NUIT means, as you can see, the night, right? But when it finishes in NUIS, that means something that is of a nuisance. It's harmful to me. But yet the pronunciation is about the same. So verbally, you may not necessarily tell the difference. If you're just seeing NUIS or NUIT, you might not necessarily know that. Okay, this is, if you're new to the language, you might not necessarily know that it's a two different words that mean two different things. Especially if you're just hearing the word and you're not seeing it. So I'm telling you that nuit, okay, can mean two different things based on how it's spelled. So NUIT means the night, as we're learning here. NUIS means something that's harmful or not good. It's something that has a negative impact on yourself or on something else, right? So now to get to your question, shattered dreams. Sorry, oh my god. Sorry, Shattered Star Games. I don't know why my brain does not want to read your guys' names properly. I'm sorry. Shattered Star Games. I will master your names. It took me a while to say blind guy, his wife, their life without any problems. I will get to you that way. I promise. I promise you. I'm sorry. All right, Shattered Star Games. How do I say good day? And I assume that you mean it more like it, the British Irish top of the morning, kind of way, or have a good day, I guess, is more probably what you want to say. Or do you mean it good day as in hello? I'll say both of them. I'll tell you both. You know what? I'll tell you both. I know. I'm sorry. I know, and don't worry. That happens to me too with my name. I think Dragon had. It took him a while to get used to saying my name as well. And I was. She stole my thumper a couple of times. She stole my number. I heard just about everything. And I think a lot of people just call me Thunder or Miss Thunder or whatever. And I'm fine with it too. But yeah, like it's, you try as a host. It's like, no, you should call people by their names, right? That's the polite thing to say. What is, yes? Okay, that I understood. Okay, perfect. But yes, yeah. I don't know who. I don't know why I would steal people's numbers, but okay. Since I'm still in Thunder, I might as well steal numbers too. All right. So if it's good day, as in buenos dias, so hello. It is very simple, and I'll show you that in a second. La la la, I'll go back here because I do have that Shattered Games, and I will repeat it a few times so that I master your name properly. So, Shattered Star Games, Shattered, 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 Shattered. So, it is the first word here. Bonjour. Hello. Buenos dias. Hola. Right? Bonjour. Comment ça va? Hello. How are you? Bonjour. Okay. Another variation I'll show you briefly is the first word here. Salut. Hello. Salut. Salut could also mean goodbye. Okay. But most people stick with bonjour. Bonjour. Hello. Hello. Good day. Good day. Top of the morning to you. Hello, amazing Image. I'm so happy that you're still here, and I'm hoping that you're learning something. Like I said, guys, even if all you learned tonight is how to say bonjour, that's it. That's all you learned. I'm going to be so proud of you guys because that's all I can really expect of anybody. I had to learn French one word at a time. I had to learn English one word at a time, just like everybody else, right? So if I see that tonight you learned one word, that's one less word that you have to learn later on. Okay? And I do hope that you guys keep joining me for my French lessons, either live or in the replay. And I hope that you guys learn more than one word in French. I hope. Not just for me, but for you guys as well. Because, hey, being bilingual, trilingual, multilingual does help in traveling. I know Lori said she wanted to go to France in a few years. And I hope that my lessons today or on her own will help her accomplish that and make it a great experience. Hello, K Business Podcast. Fancy seeing you here. Thank you, Kay, for spending some time with me. As you can see, we're all learning a little bit of French. Oh, good to know. Merci, everything. Thank you. I'm so glad that you're learning something. And I hope that you guys do practice it. So feel free, guys, whenever you're in my lives, don't be afraid to put in a couple of bonjours, a couple of comment ça vas. I don't mind at all. Okay. So whether it's this live or other lives, don't mind yourselves. Go ahead, speak French. And even if you have to go ahead and Google it to figure out, oh, I want to say this, but I'm not sure. Go ahead. I won't tell anybody. Don't worry, it's our secret. There you go, Lori. Thank you. Yay! I'm so happy to see that. Yes. But yes, don't be afraid, guys. Go ahead, spam my chat, spam my comments with as much French as you want to. I won't do anything about it other than love it, love it, love it, love it, and love it some more. Okay, so don't hesitate. I know some people that are bilingual, whether it's French, English, Spanish, or whatever. Time to like, no, 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 keep the Spanish somewhere else, keep the French somewhere else. But for me, go ahead, span my chat, my comments with as much French as you love. Hello, Bernard. Thank you for stopping by and spending a few minutes with us. We're learning French tonight, but even if you're just here, just for a couple of minutes, just to show your face and send me some love, that's absolutely fine. Or if you want to stay and learn French, you're more than welcome. Pull up a chair, get yourself some popcorn, and start bonjouring everybody here. I hope you can stay with us, Bernard, but even if you can't, thank you and have a great night. I hope you had a great weekend. I know you were busy on a couple of panels. I saw you out there in the streams, chatting it up in the lives with quite a few people. I'm always happy to see that. Just like UK, I know I saw you. You guys are busy. You guys are out there hustling, man. These YouTube streams, man, you gotta hustle. Y'all just gotta be out there doing a whole bunch of stuff, right? I think YouTube is meant for French because YouTube is just like French. It's just a whole extra. But don't worry, Bernard, even if you're not ready for the French just yet, I hope that you have me playing in the back. I hope. But even if, like I said, you're just here to hello, goodbye, thank you for spending a couple of minutes with me. And I'm always happy to hear you guys that even if you can't spend the whole chat with me, a whole live with me, that you do take the time to watch the videos in the replay and hopefully learn that way. Because I know that, look, at for me it's 10:24 at night. I don't know what time it is for you guys, but for a lot of us, I get it, it's late. You don't necessarily want to learn French at this time of the day or nighttime. Again, I don't know what time zones you guys are all in. um, but whatever, whenever you watch me, guys, I'm always grateful for that. And I do hope that this video does help you guys, and that you are informed, and that hopefully you're learning at least some French. Hopefully, that's the only thing I can do right now, is hope that you guys are actually learning. Okay, so we'll continue, because I did promise you guys that we'll go through the first 5 lines. Okay, so we're gonna go stop at noon. Okay, so I don't want this to be too long, and I don't want this to be too boring. And hopefully, guys, you are enjoying this. Do let me know if, hey, this is too much, or can we stop now, kind of thing. It's absolutely fine. I take no personal offense to it. Okay, guys. All right. So we're going to continue. So just to be sure, I'm going to review the night. So the night. So the night we met. La nuit qu'on s'est rencontrés. La. So we know now in French that night is female, right? Since it's la. So la nuit, the night. La nuit qu'on s'est rencontrés. The night we met was so wonderful. Oh, I wish I could continue. Okay, I'm being extra. I'm being extra. Sorry, my French tendencies are coming out, guys. I'm sorry. So, la nuit. Okay, the night. All right. All right. No, okay. You guys didn't say anything else. That's fine. So, of course, noon would simply be midi. À midi, on a fait. All right. So that's the next part here. Noon, right? So 12 o'clock is midi. So midday, right? Midi. Okay, so mi in French oftentimes means half. Right? So if you want to say il a, what? Yeah, I mean, oftentimes I'm trying to find a sentence I can construct where we'd have the mi. Give me a second, guys. I'm trying to think of a good sentence I could have out. Um, I'll have to come back to it, guys, because I'm not finding a good sentence I could teach you guys that would actually show how the me uh, would translate into half. Okay, so I'll get back to it if I can. Let's see if you guys are saying. Not quite shattered. Not quite. Oh, I'm glad you like my thumbnail. Thank you. Yeah, that's one of the some of the thumbnails I did. I'll be honest, I paid somebody to do it for me. That was before I learned about Canva and doing my own thumbnails. But this one I did do it myself. So thank you. I take it as a compliment. I know you tend to do that kind of stuff on your own, if I remember correctly. So yeah, so thank you. So it's not quite the same way you would say new. Shadow, not quite. I see why you would like, and I'll try to re-say it. It's la nuit versus new, right? Nuit, new. Okay, so nuit. I'm even trying to visualize how I put my tongue. The tip of my tongue sort of starts at the top of, like, the top front of my teeth, and then goes down. While as new, you're kind of making an O with your lips. So it's not involved in the same part, like not quite the same part of your mouth when you're saying new versus me. Now, obviously, I'm exaggerating a little bit with my pronunciation as well, right? But it's not quite. What word could I compare nuit, that you would be able to get that same kind of effect. Mm. I think you stumped me here with this one because I'm trying to give you something that will help you learn that properly. Nuit, nuit. Yeah, nuit. That's close, but not quite. But I understand what you're trying to get at. Nuit, nuit. Um, because I keep trying to go back to the nuisance, nuit. Yeah, nuisance, nuit. Yeah, it's a whole one. Uh, Hello, Ruth Oham's Journey. How are you? I hope I'm pronouncing your name properly. We're doing some French lessons, and Shadowed has me stumped here because I'm trying to teach him how to properly pronounce the word night in French, which is nuit, right? Nuit, nuit, nuit. Try to imagine. I guess that might be as close as I can get to it. Shattered is try to imagine that you're bouncing the top of your try to pronounce like you're trying to move the top of your tongue down, and you're trying to like uh, how should I, that you're trying to move a ball that's in front of your lips to the bottom. Like that's the best that I can do because right now I'm not thinking of another word in English that would allow you to properly pronounce that word. But it is a tough one, nuit, because you're saying a lot in that word, and in English there's not quite like I get with new and because it sounds alike, but it's not quite the same thing. And you're the part of your mouth is close when you're saying new versus nuit, but it's not making the same gestures. Nuit or night doesn't involve as much of your lips as new does. Okay, so I guess the best way I can tell you is don't get your lips involved with with it shattered. Okay, when you're saying nuit, don't get your it's more your lips that are working, not your sorry your it's more your tongue that's working and not your lips. Okay, so I hope that answers your question, shattered. I hope that you're gonna understand and get to it. I hope. But like I said, I'm not an official teacher. I'm not licensed. And for me, I'm trying to give you practical ways of learning that hopefully will help you. But if it doesn't, just let me know and say, hey, look, that didn't work, but I'll keep trucking along. Okay. But keep trying. Maybe put this on the replay and try to hear how I'm pronouncing it, right? Don't be afraid to get it wrong a couple of times, right? Thank you, Lori, for putting in the bonjours. And yes, you guys, like I said earlier, don't be afraid to get those French words into the chat, into the comments. I'm not afraid of it. I love seeing you guys practicing the words that I'm teaching you. No, I'm sure you'll be fine, shattered. You're not gonna sound like those dumb foreigners that get everything wrong. As long as you're trying, and most people, whenever you're genuinely trying to learn their language and they see that you're making an effort, most of the time, even if they laugh more out of because they find it funny rather than like they're not laughing at you, they're laughing like with you. Okay, because sometimes too I'll laugh when somebody says something because it's like it sounds funny, but I know that they're making an effort. I'm not laughing at them. Okay, but as long as you're trying, like Ruth Aham says, practice, 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 and you will get there. Okay, and yeah, so we'll move on along, Shadowed. I hope that helped you, but like I said, don't be afraid to practice, practice, practice. And not next week, but maybe the week after, I will have people on the panel, hopefully, and you will be more than welcome to come up and practice the French with me. Yeah, no, me too. And Lori, that's what's funny is that a lot of people say, "Oh, well, she stole my thunder. You speak French. You would be perfect in Spanish." I am horrible in Spanish. I definitely, I like people think I'm Latina by the way I look, but the second I open my mouth, it's like, yeah, you're definitely not Latina. You're definitely not. I know I mispronounce. Like I can barely speak English. I'm having trouble pronouncing Shattered Games channel name, let alone let alone learn a whole new language. And of course, we have to have our little bots coming in and keeping us company. Oh, okay, remove. Thank you. And we're going to hide you. And then, of course, as soon as that pops away, come on, go. All right, we're going to also report you. Bye bye. Bye bye, bot. Say bye to the bot, everybody. Au revoir. Bye, bot. Bye bye. Have a good night. There we are. Bye bye, bot. Okay, okay, there we go. Got a few things already. Oh, thank you, Ruth, for sharing. Always appreciated. I did technically change it. It was supposed to be Sunday morning at 9:30. Long story short, I moved it to last night and then tonight, and then realized, hey, I'm 20 minutes late, 30 minutes late for my own life. I need to get going. But I've moved my French lessons from Sunday night to Monday night just so that I have a little bit more time on the weekends for myself and for other projects that I want to work on. But yes, guys, yes, you are more than welcome to join me every Monday at I'll try to make it for 8:30 because I find 9:30 is probably too late. And I do have a few episodes that are already published. So you're more than welcome, Ruth, to play my how do I say playlist to learn a little French if you don't already. Oh yes, that community tab. That's why I'm working for that 500, right? Because I'm getting there. I'm getting there, but I'm still about a good 100 people away from that 500, so that I have the community tab. Because like yourself, I want to be able to share. I want to be able to shout out my community, shout out the people that I like and that I want to support. And that's why a lot of people, oh, the numbers don't matter. No, they matter because hey, I don't have a community tab. I can't shout out Lori. I can't shout out Ruth. I can't shout out Shattered or whoever else. You know what I mean? That blocks me. So it's really frustrating when you're trying to do a certain amount of things that will not only help yourself, but will also help others. And you can't because, well, YouTube has a limit, or YouTube said that you have to have this for. It's frustrating. Um, and that's why a lot of people don't realize that's what the numbers matters. But even if you're completely greedy and you're doing it for yourself, it's still frustrating. It's still like, hey, I want to be able to, I want to be able to do a certain amount of things. Why do I need the 500? Why do I need this? Why do I need that? That's why Shattered Games, you'll understand this a little bit as well, right? That's why you'll see people say, you know what, I'll just buy the character. I'm not, like I'm not spending 10 hours doing XYZ and still not get what I want when, hey, I can just put in 5.99 or 10.99 or whatever and unlock the character in full, right? I'd rather just spend the money and get everything right away rather than spend 10, 20, 30 hours and still not have the full character, right? Thank you. I'm glad, Ruth, that you like it and that you're enjoying it. Oh, those bots are in full force tonight. There, you know, there we go. So let's remove the bot. We're going to hide the little bot. Come on, move away. There we are. And then we're going to report you. Bye bye, bot. Au revoir. Au revoir. Bye bye. Bot terminated. Bye bye. Yes, exactly. They definitely work for us. Facts, facts, definitely. Yeah, no, you're right, Ruth. This isn't my platform, right? And unfortunately, a lot of these rules were put in place because people were using and abusing the system too, right? So, I mean, and that's why when I try to give you guys some tips and try to help you guys out as much as I can, I tell you, hey, be careful, right? When you connect with people, like I know Lori just connected with me, I'm not going to go running and subscribing to her. I have to be careful because YouTube sees that as a sub to sub, right? So I know I have to wait a few days. I have to like her stuff. I have to comment. I have to rewatch. I have to participate. If she's live, I have to go into her chat and make sure, I tell, YouTube, I really want to connect with Lori. Lori really wants to connect with me. So even if we're not in each other's lives all day, every day, even if I might not, I might miss 10 of her videos, but then I'll watch them in the replay. I'll put them in my watch later, right? So we have to be careful. And yeah, that's it's frustrating, but that's what we have to do, right? Because we want YouTube to realize, hey, we're really out here trying to support each other, but hey, we sometimes have to be quote unquote a little bit tricky, in order to get what we want, right? So sometimes we have to be, hey, if you need this, I need that too. So hey, let's figure out a way, quote unquote, a legal way to help each other out so that you get what you want and I get what we want, and hopefully along the way make some friends, build a community together, and learn some French at the same time, right? Oh yes, the naughty S word. Oh, I know. Thank you, Ruth. No, I do have to be careful, and I sometimes forget it does slip out. But yes, you're right. It's YouTube is, will put me on the this year's Christmas naughty list, right? If I don't say the right words, right? Oh dear YouTube gods, please don't put me on the naughty list, please. I beg of you, please. Oh my goodness. The things we do for YouTube. Oh my goodness. All right, so a couple more lines, guys, and we're going to be done for the night because I see the time and I see I've been on here for an hour and a half with you guys, and I don't want to abuse of your patience. I know that you guys are here to support me, but you also are hopefully here to learn some French. So we're going to get back into it. I know, Lori, these days, some people, I try, like, whenever I see people hound me for things I say, I'm like, okay, I'm sorry, I delete the comment, and I know, okay, with this channel, with this person, I need to back off. But yeah, I've learned there's some things overall. I understand that you need to not say that or be very mindful of it, but some of it, sometimes I wonder, some people, you know, what can we do? What can we do, Lori? All right. All we can do, Lori, is learn a little bit of French. So we'll go through one last little. Since it's similar, I'm not going to noon at noon, midi à midi, right? I mean, there's not a whole lot there that we're going to learn with those two sentences. So I'm going to go to. Okay, this one here. That's a nice weight to it. So in the afternoon, right? Although they misspelled afternoon here. But anyways, we all know, right? We all understand in the afternoon, right? Dans, dans. So in the, okay? So in the becomes simply dans, DANS, dans l'après-midi. Afternoon becomes l'après-midi. Okay? In the afternoon, dans l'après-midi. Okay? So in the afternoon, I drank a couple of beers. Dans l'après-midi, j'ai bu une coupe de bière. Okay? So couple, the COUPLE, couple. So as you can see, a lot of times in French, it's the same word, the same spelling, but pronunciation means a whole big difference. Yes, I want to learn French. Yes, I want to learn French, of course. And I'm so glad, and I'm hoping I'm able to teach you some French, Lori. And I'm hoping that you're going to be able to come back to my live and say bonjour, comment ça va, without any hitch, without any problems. And that I hope that you enjoyed this. Thank you, Ruth, for stopping by. I'm glad that you were able to spend a few minutes with this. But yes, definitely get to your children. Family is important. Have a great day. Thank you. I'm glad that you think I'm doing a great job. Much appreciated, Ruth. Give your kids a big hug and kiss just for me. So, au revoir, like Lori says. Au revoir. Bye, Ruth. Have a great day. Have a great, great, great day. So, I'm going to I'm gonna pick one random. I know I said one or five or six. I'm gonna pick a random. I thought I saw. Okay. Aha! This is semi apropos. Okay, so we're gonna learn this sentence here, and after this, we're gonna call it a night, guys, because I see the time and I don't want to abuse of your patience and generosity. So we're gonna learn that one French sentence. She is not French, she's an American. So here we're obviously talking about the nationality and not the language. So here we're talking about a woman, right? So that's going to be important because if we remember, right, in French, as all of us know, right, since we at least learned that, that French has gender, right? Things and people have genders, right? So this is going to be important, okay? This is going to be something that's going to affect how we spell and pronounce things, right? So she is not French, she is American. Okay, so we're going to go through. This is the French sentence to it. So we'll go break it down. Okay, elle n'est. So she isn't. Well, we'll put it this way. Elle n'est pas. So she isn't. So the isn't. So is not becomes the n right here. Ne pas. Because we have an e in French, you have to take away the e from the ne, so the not. Okay, ne and e is not. Okay, you're gonna take away the e because you have here, and you're gonna put this little the apostrophe to combine the words. So two words become one here, right? So she is not, right? Elle n'est pas. Okay, and this is why the next word, the fact that you're talking about she, elle, okay? I know some of you know Elle Woods from Legally Blonde, but now you guys know that Elle, like the name of Elle Woods from Legally Blonde, means she in French, right? Elle n'est pas française. Since we're talking about Elle Woods, right? Since we're talking about a woman, Elle. So Francais, since we're talking about nationality, and not people are nationalities, right? We all come from a country. So you either are Française, z, right? So you're to almost say like the S here becomes a Z almost, z, right? Instead of the normal, more softy snake of s, right? Française. Okay, I'm exaggerating that a little bit by intention just so that you guys can hear it. I'm just going to mute myself for a second. I need to get myself something to drink. Give me a moment. Now, even in the meantime, I'll figure out how to play music in the background as well. So just give me a moment, guys. I'll be right back with you. All right, I'm back. I'll leave the music on. Let me know, guys, if you find the music too loud or too distracting. But I don't know if you guys are using StreamYard, but StreamYard just released a new feature where you can play music in the background. And so far, from what I've seen from a couple of other people, including a channel that I helped to manage with somebody else, that so far it doesn't get claimed on your channel. So if you do have StreamYard and you want to use the feature, feel free to do so. Okay. If any of you have the free version of StreamYard, let me know if this feature is available to you. Because, excuse me, I'm using the paid version, and it doesn't seem to be fine. And I know the other person that I managed, they also have the paid version, and they're able to use the music without any problems. So if anybody knows the answer to that, let me know. Okay. Or if you can just do a quick Google search, is this feature available on StreamYard for free? Let me know. Okay, Shattered, it's fine. Okay, good, good. That's what I figured because one of the other person that had used it said that the volume at this XYZ level seems to be fine, and I'm below that level, so I'm glad. And let me know, guys, if ever you want to change. There's not a whole lot of music selection with the StreamYard feature. Um, this one I was playing it on the other channel, and it seems it's okay, decent, right? I mean, well, I'm not paying for it, so I can't really complain, right? As they say, right? When you're don't look a gift horse in the mouth, right? Yeah, free versions. You're right. You don't have to worry as much about copyright claims and all that, right? You're absolutely right. Okay, so we're gonna finish this sentence before calling it a night, guys. And thank you for rocking with me all this time. And like I know I repeated, I hope you guys are learning some French. So far, we of course learned elle n'est pas, she is not française, French. So as you can see, French, because most things, so nationality is a thing, right? Is neutral. You're not going to add an E or an A because you're talking about a woman, but in French, because things or ideas, sorry, can have genders, you are going to add the E at the end here. Okay, so Lori, that's what that example I gave you. How do I know something is gendered male or female? That's the difference here. If I was talking about il, so il est français, I would take off the E at the end here. The E would not be there. Okay, so that's how I would know that I'm talking about a man from France versus a woman from France. And obviously, the first clue I would get is here, right? I have L Woods versus Il Woods, right? Il Woods, right? So if it started off with Il n'est pas français or il n'est pas français, right? If I start off with the il, then the SE, the E here, wouldn't be there automatically. It works together. It's a team, right? Teamwork makes the dream works, right? So if you have Illwoods and not Elwoods, you're not dealing with the E, okay? So that's how in French you can tell genders, right? So a lot of the times with gender in French, you're adding the femininity, you're adding the woman to it. A lot of the times things are automatically male, okay? And I say that not to confuse you guys, but I'm saying it more so that you guys understand that you have to add the E at the end to make something, or you have to add SSE or LLE, right? You're adding letters at the end to indicate fully that your something is feminine, okay? Or that it's female or woman, okay? So I hope that's clear, right? So, elle n'est pas française. she is not French. Well, if she's not French, where's she from, right? So that's what we're going to find out. Elle est américaine. She is an American, right? Elle est, she is. Okay? Since in French we're automatically saying she is, we don't have to say N. N is junked out. We don't, it's not, it's implied with the elle est. Okay? So, elle est américaine. She is American. Okay, so the E accent aigu also American. So you see, I'm always it's like a sheep almost. American, right? American, right? I'm exaggerating it, obviously. Okay, guys, but American. All right. So I'm almost like a sheep with that Amer. Okay, American. All right. Elle n'est pas française, elle est américaine. All right. So that's the French lesson for tonight, guys. So obviously, I'm going to stop this share. I'm going to put at least this file in the chat for you guys. Exactly. Elle n'est américaine, right? So exactly the ne, because you have an E and it's clumsy, right? You take off the E off the ne and you put the apostrophe. Elle n'est pas américaine. And E is the not that we show, right? I'm not American, right? This is not what's that video game? This is not um I just had the name for this. My goodness. That's that name. Oh, geez. I see the picture of it. 1 second. So I do know some video games, right? Sorry, I'm looking it up. Oh, I'm shit. Sorry. Oops. Sorry, YouTube. Sorry, my swearing. My bad. But yeah, this is not let's see. Let's look up what's a popular video game? Popular video game. Sorry, I'm actually Googling it. Okay. I'm not ashamed of saying that sometimes I need to Google. Okay. Let's see what Google says about popular video games. Oh yeah, this is not Fortnite. This is Minecraft. So the not, right? This is not Fortnite, is ne pas. Okay? So the ne, depending on where it lands, you're gonna you're gonna throw away the E, and you're gonna put N apostrophe. And you're gonna combine the N apostrophe with the word that is following it. So oftentimes when you have an E and then followed by a word that starts with E or starts with A, you're gonna junk the A. You're gonna say bye-bye. Sorry, junk the E and the N. Bye-bye E, we don't like you. You're too much. Get out. Right? And you're gonna put the apostrophe to replace it to say it's technically two separate words, but we're combining it. For now, we're making it BFFs that live together. So, ne pas sometimes becomes an apostrophe, the word, and then pas. Okay? So I'm glad that you're seeing this and understanding, Lori, and that I would like to, excuse me, continue teaching you guys some French. But this is it for tonight. I've been going on for an hour and 45 minutes. It's almost 11 p.m. here, guys, and I don't want to keep you guys any longer. How do you do a live stream? Oh my goodness, amazing MNG, the professional YouTuber like you don't know how to do a live stream? Oh my goodness. No, I'll gladly teach you the amazing MNG. Now, for those of you guys that already know how to do a live stream on your own. I wish you a good night. But if you want to continue listening or have some suggestions for Amazing MNG, please feel free to stay and help her out as well. Amazing MNG, it's not very complicated to do your own live streams. Now, for me personally, and I know some of you might do things a little bit differently, okay? I use StreamYard, okay? StreamYard is technically free. I believe it's available in Jamaica where you're from, okay? So you should be able to use it there, okay? Now, there are versions of StreamYard where you have to pay, okay, and it allows you access to certain features, okay, but the free version is enough for you to be able to do a live stream. Now I don't want to go full step by step, but tomorrow morning, no, not tomorrow morning, Wednesday morning, if you want, okay, I will go through step by step with you, either one on one or through a live, and show people at the same time how to do a lot. But it's not very complicated, okay? I'll go through it very quickly tonight so that at least you have something to work with. But if you after this still need some help, don't be afraid. Contact me uh, Wednesday morning and we'll go through it together. Okay? So I'm going to show you a little bit. I'm going to share my screen here with you. So as you can see, oh, you haven't done a lot? Okay. So as you can see here, this is my back end screen for StreamYard. Okay. Now, I'm not going to take the risk of pressing this, the Canadian goose. This is a Canadian goose, okay? So as a Canadian, I'm very proud of this animal, okay? The StreamYard, okay? Actually, you know what? I'll stop sharing for a second, guys, here. Give me a second. Going to do my little trick here. Yeah, okay. So I'll do it here. Okay. So once you register with StreamYard, like I said, StreamYard, you can register for it for free. And I think if you have a Google account, when you register a new account, it's just as quick and easy to just set, click on the join with Google type button, and it'll create an account and automatically link your Google with YouTube and with StreamYard. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to go open up the tab again. So once you open it up, you answer their questions, you do whatever you need to do. I can't remember all the questions that they asked. It's been 2-3 months and I didn't honestly take notes of anything of what you had to say or do. But you open it up. Okay. Once you pick your payment plan, do you want to pay? Do you want to use the monthly, yearly, whatever? You have this page here. Now, what I do, but not everybody does this, okay, is here, as you can see how simple it is. On the left-hand side, you have the different things that you can do. As you can see, it's not more complicated than that with StreamYard. So if I wanted to create a new live stream, as you can see, it's showing the live stream I have here that I was technically supposed to start at 8:30, but didn't, right? But let's say I want to set up a live stream, and I technically do have a live stream going for tomorrow. So let's say I want to create a live stream tomorrow. I would click create a broadcast, and I could decide either to create a new broadcast or use something that was already pre-recorded. In this case, I want to create a new broadcast. Okay, I'm going to click that. As you can see, I already linked my Facebook page, my YouTube, and my Twitter. And I will show you guys in a moment how to add those things there. Okay, so for now, take notes of how to create a broadcast, and I'll show you guys in a moment how to add how to connect your Facebook, your Twitter, all of that. Okay. So I want to say I want my live to be on YouTube and on Twitter. Okay. But I could also add Facebook. Okay. Then, just like what I would do with YouTube, I would create a title. Okay. So tomorrow, excuse me, I do have tomorrow. I'm supposed to have my uh, art review. So I'm gonna title it the let's talk the arts to life. Okay. Since I don't know my topic yet, I'm not going to continue the sentence and I'm not going to add a description, but this can always be adjusted afterwards. Okay. You can edit this. Then I would put in schedule for later. I would just click in a little box. And as you can see here, it's asking me for a thumbnail. So I would click upload thumbnail. Right? So a new box comes up. I know where my stuff is, right? So get my stuff, my art one. Where are you? La 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 la. La la la. I can use that one. There we go. Might as well use my new one. There we are. Right, so I picked my thumbnail. And I would tell it, yeah, it's already set for tomorrow. Perfect. Now I want to set the time. I'm going to put it for 8:30. Okay, 8:30 p.m. Right? And then customize for each. So I have it all here that they're all set for that time and date. I'm fine with that because I could click on each one of these ones and set it for something different, but I don't. I want them all to be that same title, same date, same time. I do have, okay, so I'll take off my Facebook. I keep forgetting that. I know I will add a this is my art review episode. So for now, I will put it like that, but later on I will add a better description and title and everything once I've picked who I want to talk about. So then I would just create broadcast. All right, so now it's doing its thing. It's telling Facebook, YouTube, and all that. And as you can see, it's there. Now, I'm not going to click this because I don't want to be twice in two different studios. I would, if I want to get this started, okay, I would click Enter Studio. Once I hit Enter Studio, it will take a moment to detect my camera and my microphone. I would verify, and it would even test. It would give you a moment to test it, that both are working properly, that my screen name is correct, and I would hit Enter. Okay, so I'm not going to show that here because obviously it's going to interfere in this. So once I've done that verification that my microphone and my video are correct, I hit my right. I put in the right name that I want to show up, all of that. I hit enter, everything's good to go. I'm going to show you guys, go back to the other screen that I was on before. Great. I'm glad that you're following along. So once you've verified all that, put your name in, hit the blue button, everything's good to go. You'll end up on this page, which I'm going to show you guys now. You're going to end up on this page, what I was having. No problem. Have a great night's sleep, Lori. You can always catch this part on the replay if you want to continue your lesson on how to start your own live stream. Have a great night. Sleep tight and don't let the bug bite. Thank you for spending a few minutes with me. Thank you very much, Lori. Hope you sleep well. Bonsoir. Au revoir. Sleep well. All right, so MNG, right? So now you're on this screen. Now, obviously, this you're not going to see on your own because these are the comments of my live chat that you're in right now. So obviously, this is not going to be here for you. Okay, this little column here, you're not going to see it. But what you are going to see here, instead of end broadcast, you're going to see it's going to be blue and it's going to say, I believe, start broadcast or go. No, so it's going to say go live. So you're going to click go live and it's going to want you to confirm. You're going to click it. And there you go, you're live. Okay. Now, obviously, you're not going to start that right away. Okay. Because you want to build some of this here on the side here. Okay. You want to build your banners, your brand. Okay. Those are the two things that you want to build. Okay. So your banners, you see how I have my Comment ça va? That's a banner. And you see how it's in blue? These are things that you're going to have to enter into. Okay. So you're going to go down here and you're going to go click on create a banner. And you just type. So whatever. And then you click add banner. Or if you want to see how my please like, subscribe, comment is scrolling, you would click and scroll across bottom ticker. Okay, so if you want it to be rolling on the bottom there, you click in that. If you just want to be like the bonjour, comment ça va, you just add banner. Okay, so I won't enter it, but okay. You can have, you see how mine says, how do I say? That's a folder. You can have many folders. So you see the three little buttons, you can rename it, you can delete it. Okay, so yours would be here. You would have example banners, right? You can add. So here you see create folders. You can create, okay? And you can create, as you can see, several. So that way, when I have my French, I know I can go into that one. I have all my French stuff, right? When I want to talk about copyright, I have that, and right? Okay. So I know I'm going through it quickly, okay? But if you want it more detailed, feel free to contact me. Okay. Same thing with the brand. That's where you find, as you can see at the bottom, when you click brand on the bottom, you have the Lo-fi music. This is the new, right? But all this other stuff here, okay, some of this stuff you won't be able to play around with if you have the free. Like you have the basic theme, that's automatic. Show display names, right? So that's where you would see my name under if I had another panelist. But if I take it off, people wouldn't see. But it's out of courtesy, most people have it, right? Logo, okay, so like what you're seeing on the top right, okay, you would just click on the plus sign and you would add a picture. So a JPEG or a PNG. Okay, so that's how you would add. And it's the same thing with an overlay, right? You go, you find the plus sign to add video clips. You can have video clips of no more than 5 minutes. Okay, and you would add, right? And same thing with your background. Okay, so the leaves that you see the back, that's my background. Excuse me. All right. So that's how you would add those different things. Now, those things you have to create yourself before you go to StreamYard. Okay. So if you don't have those things, you need to work on that. Okay. You don't have to have the backgrounds. Okay. With StreamYard, when you have the free ones, I think the overlay that you saw before and the background, you can't play around with it anyways. Okay. So if you're not looking to spend money, don't bother too much your head with getting an overlay and getting a background. Okay, if you're not planning on spending money on StreamYard, don't really worry yourself with that. What you might want to worry about, maybe if you want to have an introduction video for yourself, right? That video part here, right? The video clips, that might be interesting for you, right? Because as you can see here, I have my intro, right? This is my intro here. She Stole My Thunder, right? So when I go live, what I would do, As you can see, it says show. I would click on it and my intro video would start playing, right? And then it would automatically stop once it's done. All right. So going live is that simple. There's a lot of things to think about and to play around with. But once you've mastered it, it's easy peasy lemon squeezy. Okay. If you want further lessons, if you want to try it out and you're not really sure what to do and where to go, let me know and I'll help you step by step. Okay. This is a quick little lesson for you, Amazing MNG. Okay. And I hope you're still listening. All right. So I'm going to stop sharing the screen for a second because I did promise to show you guys how to connect to your YouTubes and all of that. Okay. All right. So I'm going to show you how to basically, when it says add destination, you're connecting your StreamYard with YouTube, your YouTube account, with your Facebook account, with I don't know if you have Twitter, but you can add Twitter to it. You can add a whole bunch. Now, the important thing to know, the Amazing MNG, is if you have the free account, unfortunately, you can only add uh, your account to like one or two things, right? So you have to connect StreamYard with either just YouTube or just Twitter or like stream. I'm not sure if it's one or two, but like you're limited to the amount of social media that you can connect your StreamYard with, right? So you're not going to be able to connect everything to it. You might need to pay, right? So for now, if you only have the free account and you're happy with the free account, then just connect your StreamYard with your YouTube. Okay, so that's what I'm going to show you now, how to connect your StreamYard and your YouTube. So I'm going to go to that now. So that one here. So as you can see here, again, we have our broadcast, we have our videos, and we have our destinations. So we're going to click on destinations and we're going to click on add a destination. Now, obviously I can't show you since I already have my YouTube, but you would just click on the YouTube channel and you would follow the steps that it tells you to do, right? I'm going to try to see what it tells you. So you see, it asks you to log into your, okay, so we're just going to go back. So you would log into your YouTube channel through StreamYard, and that's basically how you would connect your StreamYard and your YouTube channel. It's that simple, right? You would follow the questions, answer them honestly, and you'll easy peasy, lemon squeezy, have your StreamYard connected automatically. So that way, when you create a broadcast, like I showed before, right? You'll create new broadcast, and then you'll see it up here, right? Like I said, here it gives me plus because, and I can actually, as you can see, I can add a whole bunch of other stuff because I pay, right? And that's how you do it, right? So there's lots of little steps that you have to learn that right now I know you might, but oh my God. When you're ready to go through it fully, I won't be able to help you tomorrow morning. Okay, I do have some personal things to take care of, but I will help you. Okay, at least I will try. So that's it for tonight, guys. Okay, I hope that helps you, Amazing MNG. Okay, and I hope that helped anybody else that was listening, either learn French or how to deal with StreamYard. Okay, so Amazing MNG, feel free to leave me a message and let me know if you need my help to set up your live or if you have questions about how things work. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys a big hug and kiss and a big au revoir, and I hope you guys have a great night. So have a good one, guys. Try to be kind to each other. Give each other a big hug and kiss and a big I love you on my behalf. Bye, everybody.